Imagine a dog so powerful, so fearless that it was bred to hunt mountain lions and wild boars. A dog that can take down prey 10 times. Its size yet curl up next to a child with the gentleness of a golden retriever. That dog exists, and most people have never even heard of it. The Dogo Argentino is not just a breed, it is a living weapon wrapped in a snow-white coat, a creature of contradictions that has been misunderstood, feared, and banned in countries around the world. But once you truly understand what this dog is, where it came from, and what it was built for, you will never look at any other breed the same way again. To understand the Dogo Argentino, you have to go back to Argentina in the 1920s, to a young man named Antonio Nores Martinez. He was a doctor, a hunter, and an absolute visionary. Antonio had a dream to create the perfect big game hunting dog. Not just a dog that was fast, or strong, or had a great nose, but a dog that had all of those things at once. A dog that could track a puma through the mountains of Cordoba, corner it, hold it at bay, and if necessary, fight it to protect its hunters. No such dog existed. So Antonio decided to build one from scratch. He started with the fighting dog of Cordoba, a now extinct Argentine breed that was legendary for its toughness and aggression. But Antonio knew that aggression alone was not enough. He needed intelligence. He needed athleticism. He needed loyalty. So he crossed that base breed with 10 different dogs, the Great Dane for size and power, the Boxer for agility and playfulness, the Bull Terrier for tenacity, the Bulldog for jaw strength, the Spanish Mastiff for courage, the Great Pyrenees for the iconic white coat, the Pointer for that incredible sense of smell, the Irish Wolfhound for speed, the Dogue de Bordeaux for bone structure, and the German Pointer for hunting instinct. 10 breeds. One dog. After decades of careful, relentless, selective breeding, the Dogo Argentino was born. Antonio was not just making a pet, he was engineering a predator. Now here's where things get fascinating. Antonio made a deliberate and critical choice during the breeding process. He specifically bred out dog-on-dog aggression. Why? Because when you are hunting in a pack through the mountains, you cannot afford your dogs fighting each other instead of the prey. The Dogo had to work in cooperation with other dogs. Stay focused. Stay coordinated. This decision would later define the breed's relationship with humans and families. Because a dog bred for pack cooperation and loyalty tends to transfer that same energy toward its human family. But do not let that fool you. Toward prey, toward a genuine threat, the Dogo is an entirely different creature. This is a dog that has been documented hunting pumas, jaguars, and wild boars, animals that would destroy most dogs in seconds. The Dogo does not back down. It is physically incapable of the concept. Let's talk about the body, because the physicality of this dog is nothing short of extraordinary. The Dogo Argentino is built like a professional athlete. A compact, muscular frame that can weigh anywhere from 80 to 100 pounds, sometimes more. All of it dense, functional muscle. The chest is deep and broad, giving the dog enormous lung capacity for endurance. The jaw is powerful enough to lock on to prey and hold it against tremendous resistance. The legs are long and strong, built for explosive speed over difficult terrain. And then there is that coat, pure, brilliant white, almost always without any markings. That white coat was not chosen by accident. In the mountains of Patagonia and Cordoba, hunters needed to distinguish their dogs from the prey in dense brush and low light. A white dog stands out. It is a functional design choice, disguised as elegant. Antosea is dark, deep, and intensely focused. Give you the feeling that this dog is always calculating, always aware, always present in a way that most animals simply are not. Here is something that surprises almost everyone who learns about this breed for the first time. Dogo Argentino, despite its fearsome reputation and its history as a hunting and working dog, is deeply affectionate with its family. These dogs bond with an intensity that is almost overwhelming. They are not the kind of dogs that ignore you and do their own thing. They follow you. They lean into you. They want to be part of everything you do. Owners consistently describe their dogos as Velcro dogs, because they stick to you like your shadow. They are remarkable with children when properly raised and socialized, showing a patience and protectiveness that seems almost out of place given their power. There are documented cases of dogos raising alarms when children and their family were in danger, of dogs placing themselves between perceived threats and the kids they loved. The loyalty of this breed is not a small thing. It is total. It is unconditional. It is the kind of loyalty that ancient warriors built legends around. But here's the part that many people do not talk about honestly. The Dogo Argentino is not a beginner dog. Not even close. This is one of the most challenging breeds to own responsibly. They are dominant by nature. They have strong prey drive, meaning smaller animals, cats, even other dogs if not properly introduced, can trigger that deeply embedded hunting instinct. They are stubborn, highly intelligent, and they will absolutely test every boundary you set. If you are not consistent, if you are not experienced with dominant working breeds, if you do not provide serious mental and physical exercise every single day, the Dogo will find ways to remind you who it thinks is actually in charge. These dogs need structured training from a young age, firm and confident handling, and an owner who understands the difference between dominance and cruelty. Because harsh treatment of a Dogo does not produce obedience. It produces a dog that does not trust you, and a Dogo that does not trust you is a problem. These dogs respond to respect, consistency, and clear leadership. Hibe temperament. They will give you everything. The controversy surrounding this breed is real and worth addressing directly. The Dogo Argentino is banned in the United Kingdom, in parts of Australia, and in several other countries. Under breed-specific legislation, it has been classified as a dangerous dog in regions that have never taken the time to understand the difference between a dog that is capable of damage and a dog that is inherently aggressive. The truth is complicated. Yes, the Dogo is a powerful animal. Yes, in the wrong hands, with the wrong training, that power can become dangerous. But the same is true of dozens of other large breeds. What the Dogo suffers from is a combination of its appearance, that intimidating size and muscle, and its history being misrepresented. Responsible breeders, trainers, and owners around the world continue to fight for this breed's reputation. And the data on properly raised, well-socialized Dogos consistently shows a dog that is stable, confident, and non-aggressive toward humans. There is one more dimension to this dog that most people never discover. The Dogo Argentino has become one of the most respected working dogs in law enforcement and search and rescue operations in South America. Its combination of physical endurance, scenting ability, courage under pressure, and trainability has made it a natural fit for police and military work in Argentina and beyond. These are not dogs sitting in backyards. These are dogs working at the highest level of service, doing jobs that require not just physical capability but emotional stability and intelligence. The same dog that hunts pumas in the mountains is saving lives in disaster zones. That range of capability is almost unheard of in a single breed. Nores Martinez did not live to see the full legacy of what he created. He was tragically killed while on a hunting trip in 1956. But before he died, he wrote something that has stayed with Dogo enthusiasts ever since. He wrote that this dog should be a symbol of Argentine identity, courageous, noble, and capable of great love. Looking at everything, this breed has become the working dogs, the family companions, the search and rescue heroes, the misunderstood, but extraordinary animals. It's hard to argue that he did not succeed completely. The Dogo Argentino is exactly what he dreamed it would be. A dog unlike any other. A dog that is simultaneously the most powerful athlete in the canine world and one of the most devoted companions a human being can have. And if you have ever looked into the eyes of one of these dogs you will understand immediately why people who own them say the same thing over and over again. Once you have a Dogo, no other dog will ever be quite enough.